Welcome back to another episode of Wild and Kingdom, where we do our gear reviews, as we call it, truth tellers, because we tell the truth about the gear that we use. We don't get paid for any of the reviews.
We do not get paid.
None of them. So we call it truth tellers because we tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that we love about it, or if we do hate something, we'll tell you that too. So today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite tools, probably my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, we're gear geeks, just so y'all know. Like we've often said if we could ever figure out a way to just make a living doing this, we might actually be tempted. I don't know. We got a pretty banger deal going right now, but I love gear.
Same.
And that thing is, here's what I've learned about that
The
thing.
Leatherman Arc, by the way.
Yeah. What is it again?
The Leatherman Arc.
I will say this about that. It's a better tool when you have it on you.
Yeah.
As a general rule.
Yeah. 100%. And I sometimes leave it in the backpack or in the truck or the whatever.
I think it's more than sometimes tattoo.
Well, but if I don't have that, then I have a pocket knife. So it's one or the other. I just kind of pick and choose on what's coming with me and what's not.
All I can say is I kind of depend on you to be prepared because I'm not a lot of
100%.
times.
Yeah. I love this thing. It's got 20 different tools in it. I'll start off by saying this. This is the most expensive model they make. You not have to have the most expensive model to have all the same tools that come in this. I just am a little
Is that north of $100 or?
Yeah. Okay. North of $100. The reason this one is the most expensive is because it's made in the USA. It has a MagnaCut steel blade on it, which is super sharp. I've never sharpened it.
It's the Leatherman what?
Arc. ARC.
Leatherman ARC.
Yep. But I'll tell you the reason that I love the most isn't just because of the daily practical life use of carrying this around for what you might do at your home or office or in the shop or whatever. I bring this with me on most fishing trips and most hunts that I go on. And I've done a lot with this in the woods, both in turkey season and in duck season. I've used the scissors on it probably the most, more than any other tool, just cutting small brush out of my way. Once we've put brush around us, if I'm like, I just need some of these little things hanging out of my...
A twig hanging over your cat bill.
Just looking right over my eyes, I'm cutting that out. Huh. So I've used that genuinely probably the most. But
why would you not break the twig instead of...
No. I'm just saying, like, even if it's like little pieces of the sage grass that we used in the blind, where I'm like, dude, I don't want all this going. I need that coverage there, but it's hanging right in my friggin' eye line and I can't stand it.
Okay.
But also I've used, there's a little tool on here that's specifically made for your sunglasses to tighten the small screws in your sunglasses.
Rad. Yeah.
But what I actually used that for was when I was sighting in the sight on my Mossberg turkey gun before turkey season. I didn't have a tool with me to...
Yeah, because you have the Mossberg 835.
That comes with a red dot.
It's got a red dot on it.
Yep.
Yes, it does. That model does, yeah.
Didn't have the tool with me to do that when we were in Mississippi, so I just used this. I carry it, again, every time that I remember to carry it, which is more often than not, but I've found so many practical uses for this in the woods, the water. I had this with us every time we went fly fishing in Montana. I've used the pliers more than once to bend my hooks back out or to straighten down the barb on my hook if I didn't want.
Yeah, if you want to go barbless or if you hit a stream that's like, hey, this stream's barbless. It's interesting. I will say this about a Leatherman. If you go back, if you want to see Dirt and Dominion, that's an episode with a guy named Kirk Whitmore and Heath Whitmore. It's one of our most recognized episodes, but on Wild and Kingdom. But I will say this: I remember him telling me, not when we were filming that because we've hung out so much, but I remember him telling me one time he was carrying a Leatherman like that, a very elaborate one, and I said, "You carry that all the time?" He said, "I don't know that I could be a farmer without it."
Yeah,
I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "I probably use it 6 times a day for taking the knife out and trimming off wire." Sure. Or there's a feature I noticed that Heath Whitmore had. I said, "Hey, what is?" He had a leather scabbard, as we used to call them. It had an appendix, and it kind of looked somewhat like a drill bit, but it wasn't.
It is. It's a bit driver.
Yeah, and I said, "Yeah, what is that?" He said, "Oh, that is for the cable strap for polypipe. I don't know the exact, but there's a metal band that you can tighten like you can. Forgot the technical name, but it's a metal band. It's a hose clamp.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's called a hose clamp." And he said that bit driver fits right on top of that. He said I use it 20 times a day.
Yeah, and that's the best part about this is if there's tools out of the 20 tools that are on here, if you're like, hey, I only use 6 of these and I really could use X, Y, and Z, they make those attachments, and it's super simple for you to just take these tools out and put the ones in there that you need.
So you can actually
customize
take
it.
stuff out and customize. No kidding.
100%. And there's all kinds of other companies out there that's what they do. They make things for whatever you might need it for.
Okay.
And then the last thing I'll say about it
go ahead. No.
is, like, my dad, he hates having things in his pocket. Like, he doesn't carry a pocket knife. Every time I've tried to give him one, it just ends up somewhere. He loses it, or it sits in the center console. And
if you're about to tell me that he has a spatula in his,
no, he doesn't.
All that lasagna
he doesn't. That'd be funny though.
Yeah. It's my mini spatula.
He saw me using this, and I worked a wedding with him. My parents are caterers.
They're big
worked a
time
wedding
caterers.
with him last year.
Birmingham, Alabama. Come on.
And he was like, my mom was making this big charcuterie board, and my dad was like, I really could use some scissors right now to cut all these stems off all these grapes and just whatever. And I was like, I got you.
Here, Dad.
He was blown away by it, so I bought him one for Christmas that year. It stays in his pocket every single day.
Really?
And he's obsessed with it. Like, he called me the other day, well, I'll say the other day, it was a couple months ago, and he was like, dude, I just completely replaced the carburetor on my motorcycle, and I didn't use anything but the Leatherman the whole entire time. Never touched another tool. So
That's such a guy thing. You never guess what I did.
Yeah, I did all this with one thing, and I never had to go
Made
get
a bomb with a paperclip.
Yeah, 100%. So I love it. I can't say enough good things about it. I think you love it when I have it on me because you're always asking for it.
It's the best because I didn't have to buy it, but I get to use it all the time.
Right, exactly, 100%.
So let me ask you. We often ask this at Truth Tellers. When we do gear reviews, like I said, we don't get paid for these, but we always like to ask you the other question. Two questions. I know you'd buy it again because sometimes if we're not super familiar with something we've been using, it's a good question. Would you buy it again? I know you would. Mm-hmm. If you had a direct line to the CEO of Leatherman, and you said, "Hey, brother, I love this thing. If you could just change one thing, I think it'd make life better on all of us." Can you finish that sentence, or are you like the way it is?
I like the way it is, but if there was a way to keep the robustness that it is, but make it lighter,
okay,
so
it's heavy. It's not heavy. It's just if you could make it lighter.
Yeah, I think the reason I think it's heavy is because I always do have a pocket knife in my pocket, a Benchmade, and all of my Benchmades, no matter how robust they are, they're all light. All of my Benchmades are light, especially my Osborne. That thing.
Why do you carry a knife and it's got a knife on it?
Well, I've only had this for about a year and a half.
Okay.
So I was always into pocket knives, and you know how I am with my brands. I find a brand that I love, I stick with it. So I stuck with Benchmade.
Yeah.
I've had 3 different Benchmades. I love them.
Yeah.
And I just always have a knife, no matter what.
So maybe they could go with like carbon handles.
Sure.
If they did that, they've tried it.
I'm sure, and there might be another model. I see them release different models all the time of the Arc now. I guess
you've got the Ferrari of them. So
yeah, and there's more. There's Arcs that have different bodies on them that are more expensive, and maybe they are lighter. I don't know. But if it was lighter, I'd be like, oh, this is just couldn't get any better.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Truth Tellers, we tell the truth. Hey, man. Listen, if you want these to come straight to you, one of the things you can do is if you go to our homepage at wildandkingdom.com, spell it all out, wildandkingdom.com. If you will put your email address, we only drop once a month, but when we do, sometimes things like this come out, but that's how we do it. We do it through email. So Truth Tellers, and that's the Leatherman Arc.
Yes, sir.
You'd buy it again.
I'd buy it again.